yourself, never see that bullshit down, brother. Go to the show, Bugs makes fella be so, girl. Jim Lars, get out of town, baby, pearls. Say something, baby, sure, right back at me, Pearl.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Welcome to the Bottomless Pit. I'm Marshall Crenshaw, and it's my show. I'm your host. Thanks for joining me. And thanks to Paul Cavalcante of WFUV's Cavalcade program for the handoff, the shout-out, the segue. By the way, it's all 45 RPM night here on the Bottomless Pit. I haven't done it in a while. Now, here's the funny thing. I've been doing the Bottomless Pit for almost 5 years here on WFUV, and was doing it someplace else before I started doing it here. And throughout that entire time, I've always done the all 45 RPM night thing from time to time. You know, like every 3 or 4 months, let's say. It's a regular feature thing on the show, and throughout that entire time, and even longer, much longer, I've owned that 45 that we heard at the beginning of the program, Paralyzed by the legendary Stardust Cowboy. Now, why haven't I ever played that record on all 45 RPM night before now? I can't explain that, you know, but I can explain why I played it tonight. This is what got me to play it, and you know, it got me to think of it and then to play it. This is a little article written by the late great David Bowie that was in Mojo magazine just a couple months back. You see, here's the thing, the character Ziggy Stardust that David Bowie created was named in honor of two people, Iggy Pop and the legendary Stardust Cowboy. But we'll let Bowie explain it himself. This is what he wrote. Norman Carl Odom was born in September 1947 in Lubbock, Texas, to Utahana Beauchamp and Carl Bunyan Odom. He grew up to be a guitar-loving songster who would turn up early for high school and sing his songs on the steps, bringing his school friends to a complete stop as they pushed past to get to class. They were mesmerized. Some would laugh. On leaving school, he got into his car and headed to New York. I'm going to be on the Ed Sullivan Show, he told everyone. He didn't have a guitar at the time and hadn't made a record, but he knew what a man had to do. He got as far as Fort Worth, a little way down the road from Lubbock, which is a start. He found another guitar, jumped onto the roof of his motor, and played his songs right there in a parking lot. A passing vacuum cleaner repairman spotted him and took him over to the local recording studio. This was America, remember. There, a young engineer by the name of T-Bone Burnett stuck up a mic in front of him and got behind the drums himself. The sound they produced was unlike any heard probably since the dawn of time. Against a super speed but out of time one-chord hurricane, Norm screamed and hollered like a vengeful Indian brave. 2 minutes in, he stops playing his guitar and picks up a bugle and haunts a spluttering hail of notes that pass as the solo. "What is your name?" asked Burnett. "Why, I'm the legendary Stardust Cowboy," replied Norm. Burnett rushed the quarter-inch tape upstairs to the local radio station. "America, remember?" "Holy faboli, or something," said the DJ. "I'm playing this at 5 p.m. tonight." This is it, yelled the DJ over the airwaves at 5 p.m. "This is the new music." In 30 minutes, the station had more calls than in any full day in its history. "This is the new music," said the people. In less than a week, the Ledge had been signed to Mercury Records. Paralyzed was released and broke the Billboard Top 200. Soon after, he appeared on Laugh-In, the comical show. The people laughed at him, and the Ledge stormed off. And that really was that. Then in early 1971, Mercury Records executive Ron Oberman took me to one side just before my departure from the States back to the UK and furtively pressed a couple of singles into my hand. "Play these," he said. "You will never be the same again." Back home, I choked on Paralyzed, gasped in awe at Down in the Wrecking Yard, and fell about the floor at I Took a Trip on a Gemini Spaceship. It was the laugh of love. I could not believe that such a talent was unrecognized. If ever there was an equivalent to outsider art, this was it. The integrity, honesty, and innocent, brutal focus entranced me. I became a lifelong fan, and Ziggy got a surname. And so says David Bowie. So tonight, I thought for our own enjoyment and also to get inside the head of the late, great David Bowie a little bit, we would listen to the legendary Stardust Cowboy. Because here's what I learned from that little essay. I learned that there were follow-up singles to Paralyzed. I've known Paralyzed since it came out. I heard it on the radio back in the late 60s. I mean, it only stands to reason that there would have been follow-up records, but I didn't know about them until I read the little David Bowie piece, and then I went on eBay and found one of the follow-ups, a little thing that he mentioned called I Took a Trip on a Gemini Spaceship. It wasn't cheap either, but I bought it, and I feel that it was money well spent, and maybe you'll feel the same way as we enjoy it right now, and it goes like this.
I took a trip in a Gemini spacecraft, and I thought about you. I passed through the shadow of Jupiter, and I thought about you. I shot my space gun, I really felt blue. 2 or 3 flying saucers parked under the stars, a winding stream, moon shining down on some little town, and with each beam, the same old dream. I took a trip in a Gemini spacecraft, and I thought about you. I shot my space gun, and I thought about you. I pulled down my sun visor, I really felt blue. You jump into your Gemini, I jump into mine. We'll orbit the moon just one time. Tomorrow night, will you hold hands with me in the moonlight? I took a trip in a Gemini spacecraft, and I thought about you. I shot my space gun, and I thought about you. I took a walk in space, oh I really felt blue. Well, I peeped through the crack and looked way back. A stardust trail leading back to you. What did I do? What could I do? Yes, what did I do? Well, I thought about you. You really got to rip on the brake.
Okay.
With the same tempo as I sing it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, get it. It makes me wanna jump right up and regroup there from a coffee cup. Down in the wrecking yard, I met my true love. Down in the wrecking yard, I met my true love, called a wreck Chevrolet, which I see every day. It has old worn out tires that was caused by some fires, and upon the seat is some meat behind the wheel is a banana peel. Down in the wrecking yard, I met my true love. Down in the wrecking yard, I met my true love with a fling. I fly off for spring and bounce around and around from car top to car top with each mode. Touch an electrode, blow a horn and blow a horn and blow a horn. With much fright, I stare into a headlight, hearing a hoof on the car roof. I look out and then shout at Pegasus, the winged horse, to fly away with Pegasus. Down in the wrecking yard, I met my true love. Down in the wrecking yard, I met my true love.
Well, that's wonderful. Excellent, fantastic, wonderful stuff here on the Bottomless Pit, courtesy of the legendary Stardust Cowboy, one of the great David Bowie's muses, I guess you could say. We just heard Down in the Wrecking Yard. That's the B-side of I Took a Trip on a Gemini Spaceship. And before that, we heard Who's Knocking at My Door, the B-side of Paralyzed. Before that, we heard I Took a Trip on a Gemini Spaceship, right? And then, well, that's it, really. That's all the legendary Stardust Cowboy product that I have on 45 RPM. And again, it's all 45 RPM night here on the Bottomless Pit with Marshall Crenshaw on WFUV. Let's go out of part one with a record that sounds like maybe it could have been made by the legendary Stardust Cowboy's cousin or something, you know? This is like a close relative of what we just heard, and this is another big favorite of mine. The artist on this record identifies himself as the Phantom. The guy's real name was Marty Lott, and he's going to take it away for us. Right? He's going to take us out of part one is what he's going to do, and it goes like this.
Let's go! Where's your lips of mine? Where's for all of you? Got a chance at last. Do the things we wanna do. Don't hesitate, I can't wait. Love me. You set my soul fire. Every muscle in my body's burning with desire. Baby, kiss me too. Make me know you're mine. Love me with desire. Oh, honey, this is fine. Don't hesitate, I can't wait. Love me. Ah! Beating hard, thoughts that are running wild. Got to make it mine. Give me just a little while. Don't hesitate, I can't wait. Love me, love me, love me, love me.
What is the magic that makes one's eyes sparkle and gleam, light up the skies? The name of the game is Lightworks. What do you call a pair of eyes that sparkle and gleam, light up the skies? The name of the game is Lightworks. How do you show those teasing lips so they dazzle and shine? His heart does flips. The name of the game is Lightworks. How do you blush so shyly and make it linger, yet boldly polish your ring finger? The name of the game is Lightworks. light works. Lightworks is the game girls play when they want someone to say the name of the game is you, baby.
Ehi compare, ci vuoi suonare? Chi si suona un friscaletto? E come si suona un friscaletto? Un friscaletto e tipiti tipiti ta. Ehi compare, ci vuoi suonare? Chi si suona un saxofona? E come si suona un saxofona? Tu un saxofona. Un friscaletto e tipiti tipiti ta. Ehi compare, ci vuoi suonare? Chi si suona un mandolino? E come si suona un mandolino? A pling un mandolino, tu un saxofona. Un friscaletto e tipiti tipiti ta. Ehi compare, ci vuoi suonare? Chi si suona un violino? E come si suona un violino? A zinga un violino, a pling un mandolino, tu un saxofona, un friscaletto e tipiti tipiti ta. Ehi compare, ci vuoi suonare? Chi si suona la trombetta? Ma come si suona la trombetta? Pa la trombetta, zinga un violino, a pling un mandolino, tu un saxofona, un friscaletto e tipiti tipiti ta. Ehi compare, ci vuoi suonare? Chi si suona la trombona? Ma come si suona la trombona? A fumma la trombona, pa la trombetta, zinga un violino, a pling un mandolino, tu un saxofona, un friscaletto e tipiti tipiti ta. Tippity tippity, tippity tippity top.
Well, of course, I have a 45 of A Compare by Julius LaRosa. We acknowledged David Bowie during part one of tonight's show. We're just about to acknowledge Prince. But I thought first we would acknowledge another fallen luminary from the world of popular music. The great and now sadly late Julius LaRosa. He was a big star back in the early 1950s, a big star on television and on the record charts and on the radio as well. And he passed away last Sunday at age 86, Julius LaRosa. So it's once again, it's all 45 RPM night here on the Bottomless Pit with Marshall Crenshaw on WFUV. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to play every single piece of 45 RPM vinyl that I have with Prince's name on it. And that'll be great. We'll just get right into it and take it away, Prince.
No! I'm going down to Alphabet Street. I'm gonna crown first girl that I meet. I'm gonna talk so sexy. She'll want me from my head to my feet. Yes, she will. Yeah. 'Cause I'm going down. I'm going down. I'm gonna drive my daddy's Thunderbird, white red ride, 66, so glam, it's absurd. I'm gonna put her in the backseat and drive her to Tennessee. Tennessee. Drive her. Excuse me, baby. I don't mean to be rude. I guess tonight I'm just not in the mood. So if you don't mind, I would like to watch. Day. Maybe I will not
have to be beautiful to turn me on. I just need your body, baby, from dusk till dawn. You don't need experience to turn me out. You just leave it all up to me. I'll show you what it's all about. You don't have to be rich to be my girl. You don't have to be cool to rule my world. Ain't no particular sign I'm more compatible with. I just want your extra time and your kiss. You gotta not talk dirty, baby, if you wanna impress me. You can't be too flirty, mama. I know how to undress me. Let me be your fantasy, and maybe you could be mine. You just leave it all up to me. We can have a good time. You don't have to be rich to be my girl. You don't have to be cool to rule my world. Ain't no particular sign I'm more compatible with. I just want your extra time and your kid. Think I better dance now. Your shoe size, maybe we could do the twirl. You don't have to watch Dynasty to have an attitude. You gotta leave it all up to me. My love will be your food. You don't have to be rich to be my girl. You don't have to be cool to rule my world. Kiss.
as I want to, and my lips that bring me home. I got ladies by the dozens, I got money by the ton. Just ain't nobody better. Heaven knows that I'm the one. And it's all because of something that I didn't learn in school. I'm just cool. Honey, baby, can't you see? Girl, I'm so cool. Ain't nobody bad like me. Sing it, baby. What's that stand? That felt cool. What time is it? What's that spell? What time is it? 4. I'm so cool.
All of my purple life, I've been looking for a dream that would wanna be my wife. That was my intention.
Fuck so pretty, you and me. Erotic city, come alive. We can fuck until the dawn, making love till cherries dawn. Erotic city, can't you see? Fuck so pretty, you and me. Every time I comb my hair, thoughts of you get in my eyes. You're a sinner, I don't care. I just want your creamy thighs. Fuck so pretty, you and me. Erotic city, come alive. We could fuck until the dawn, making love till cherries gone. Erotic city, can't you see? Fuck so pretty, you and me.
Well, I don't know. I think we might have to call the PMRC on that one. That was Prince with Erotic City. And what I did just then was I played for the first time ever a 12-inch 45 RPM single here on All 45 RPM Night on the Bottomless Pit with Marshall Crenshaw. And before Erotic City, what did we hear? Let me see. It was a while ago. Well, yeah, we heard The Time, Morris Day and The Time with Cool. I mean, I think Prince played all the instruments on that record. But anyway, it's by The Time, and I love it. And before that, we heard Tom Jones with The Art of Noise and their version of Prince's Kiss. That was preceded by She's Always in My Hair, the B-side of Raspberry Beret. And the set began with Alphabet Street, my old 45 of Alphabet Street. Well, I just said the title, Raspberry Beret, and since I said it, you want to hear it, and I want to hear it, and so let's hear it.
You country cornflakes, you country cornflakes. Oh, they won't whip when you pour on milk. Oh, they won't dance when they are crunch. They're double toasted. and she's real hip. And every time I see her, I just flip. I love her and she loves me. She's my zip zip gal, you see. She's a doll and full of fun. She's just loved by everyone. Zip zip. Oh, she's my zip zip gal. She makes me flip flip. She makes me flip flip out 'cause she's my zip zip. Oh, she's my zip zip gal. She makes me flip flip. She makes me flip flip out 'cause she's my zip zip. She makes me flip flip. Oh, zip 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 zip. Now I got eyes. Zip zip. They're good to me, 'cause she's the only girl that I see.
I'm her ever-loving man. She calls me her dapper Dan. When she has that zip-zip glow, I open up from head to toe.
Zip, zip, oh, she's my zip-zip gal. She makes me flip-flip.
Flip-flip.
She makes me flip-flip out 'cause she's my zip-zip. Oh, she's my zip-zip gal. She makes me flip-flip.
Flip-flip.
She makes me flip-flip out 'cause she's my zip-zip. She makes me flip-flip. Oh, zip, 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 zip. Oh, she's my zip-zip gal, she makes me flip-flip.
Flip-flip.
She makes me flip-flip out 'cause she's my zip-zip. Oh, she's my zip-zip gal, she makes me flip-flip.
Flip-flip.
She makes me flip-flip out 'cause she's my zip-zip. She makes me flip-flip. Oh, zip-zip, zip-zip, zip, 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 'cause she's my zip. Zip, 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 zip.
All 45 RPM night on the Bottomless Pit continues with Zip Zip by the Diamonds from about 1958. I heard that record on an oldie station maybe about a year ago, and I'd never heard it before, and I said to myself, boy, that's easily one of the 2 or 3 stupidest rock and roll songs I've ever heard in my life. I think I like it, and so I bought a copy on eBay, and right now, oh, by the way, thanks for sticking around, and what we're just about to hear is in fact my all-time favorite rock and roll record. This is the one that I loved the most for the longest. My cousin Carol bought a copy of this record back in 1957 when I was not quite 4 years old yet. If you listen to the show, you know how I tend to hold on to these things. Anyway, Carol bought the record. I heard her playing it. I asked her to play it again and again and again and again. And to this day, whenever I hear this record, if it comes up on my iPod or something, I never just listen to it once. I always repeat play it a few times because it makes me feel good to hear it. This is a record by a group called the Rhythm Orchids. Yeah, it's a strange name. And let me see, when the Rhythm Orchids got together, they at first were just called the Orchids, and they were college classmates in Texas. It was Buddy Knox on rhythm guitar and vocals, Jimmy Bowen on bass fiddle and vocals, and Donnie Lanier on lead guitar. Donnie's nickname was Dirt. That's what his friends called him. So, they put their little group together, started playing around in their little corner of the world, and they started to get popular right away, and they were having fun right away. So they decided to make a record. They even had some self-written songs that they wanted to record. These were actually some pretty sharp guys. Jimmy Bowen would go on to eventually have one of the most spectacularly successful careers in the history of the music business as a record producer and a record label executive. Donnie Lanier, Dirt, that is, was Bowen's right-hand man through a lot of those years. Anyway, they booked time to make their record at Norman Petty's studio in Clovis, New Mexico. Norman's studio it sat right on the edge of a highway, and his next-door neighbor on one side was some railroad tracks, and his next-door neighbor on the other side was a body shop owned by his father. So the location of Norman's place was a little problematic in terms of sonic interference once in a while. But Norman was a brilliant recording engineer, kind of a savant. He taught himself how to play music, how to play piano and organ, formed a group called the Norman Petty Trio. Then he taught himself how to make records. And once he had done that, somehow from his home base of Clovis, New Mexico, he was able to make licensing deals for the Trio's records with, major labels in New York City like RCA, Columbia, et cetera, et cetera. And the Trio had some hit records. So Norman was kind of a celebrity in the area. He took the proceeds from the hit records, set himself up in a real studio, bought the best equipment money could buy, and he really knew how to use it. So anyway, one day back in late 1956, early 1957, the Orchids showed up to make their record at Norman's studio, and they brought along some background singers with them, Buddy Knox's younger sister and two of her friends from high school. They really sound beautiful on this record. I wonder if anybody took any pictures of them that day. I'd really like to see one. Anyway, the three guys and the three girls showed up, and no drummer, though. So Norman called in the Norman Petty Trio's drummer, a guy named Dave Aldred. But then instead of using a regular drum set, somebody, probably Norman, came up with the idea to have Dave beat on a cardboard box with a microphone underneath it. And that's what he did on the record. It sounds amazing. He's hitting it with a drum brush in one hand and a drumstick in the other. And then alongside of him on percussion is, well, there's some conflicting stories on the web, but I'm going to go with this one. Alongside Dave Aldred, beating on the cardboard box, was a percussionist from the local high school marching band, and she's keeping this beautiful groove going, either on a hi-hat, one of those things with the pedal and the cymbals, either a hi-hat or with the marching band cymbals in her hand. To me, it sounds like it's the marching band cymbals, but anyway, she's killing it. She should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So it's the Rhythm Orchids, the three high school girls on background vocals, the guy with the cardboard box, and the girl from the high school marching band with the marching band cymbals. A very ragtag ensemble. But anyway, it worked, It took them 8 hours to get it right, according to Jimmy Bowen. But anyhow, the session ended. They paid their studio bill. They took their tape, walked out the door, and they had 1,000 records pressed up. And it immediately became a local hit. They sold out 999 copies and sent one copy to Donnie Lanier's sister, Teddy. She had split from West Texas, was living in New York City, pursuing a modeling career, I think, and she was also working for and or was friendly with a man named Morris Levy. That's right, yeah, he was a scary guy. Morris Levy's name is kind of synonymous with organized crime in the music business, but he was also a true music lover. And right at this moment in 1957, he was setting up his own record label, Roulette Records. And what do you know? The very first record ever released on the Roulette label was, in fact, Party Doll, the record that I've been talking about, by Buddy Knox and the Rhythm Orchids. Morris changed their name from the Orchids to the Rhythm Orchids. Let's hear it.
Well, all I want is a party doll. Come along with me when I'm feeling wild. To be ever loving, true and fair. To run her fingers through my hair. Come along and be my party doll. Come along and be my party doll. Come along and be my party doll. I'll make love to you. I'll make love to you. Well, I saw a gal walking down the street. The kind of a gal I'd love to meet. She had blonde hair and eyes of blue. Baby, I wanna have a party with you. Come along and be my party doll. Come along and be my party doll. Come along and be my party doll. I'll make love to you. I'll make love to you. Every minute's gotta have a party doll. to be with him, but when he's feeling wild, to be ever loving, true and fair, to run her fingers through his hair, to run her fingers through his hair. Come along and be my party doll. Come along and be my party doll. Come along and be my party doll. I'll make love to you, to you. I'll make love to you. Come along and be my party doll. Come along and be my party doll. Come along and be my party doll. I'll make love to you, to you. I'll make love to you.
Oh, indeed. Yes, indeed. Party Doll. The first record ever released on the Roulette Records label, the Mobbed Up, infamous Roulette record label. That record came out in 1957, went straight to number one, sold millions of copies, including one to my cousin Carol. And now Norman Petty, the guy who produced and engineered the record, he didn't get a dime, from the success of Party Doll. All he got was the studio fee. So he made sure that the next time a promising rock and roll band walked in the door of his studio that he was going to sign them up lock, stock, and barrel. And that rock and roll band, of course, was Buddy Holly and the Crickets. Norman owned them from top to bottom. He learned his lesson from Party Doll. Anyway, I'm Marshall Crenshaw, and I hope you've enjoyed all 45 RPM night here on the Bottomless Pit as much as I did. Kara Manning is up next with UKNY, and I'll be back next week.